Sylus is one of the most intense and mysterious characters in Love and Deepspace. With his calm voice, serious gaze, and deep sense of duty, he immediately gives off the vibe of someone who's seen a lot and carries even more inside. But what exactly makes Sylus tick? What does modern psychology tell us about a man like him, who holds back his emotions, takes on responsibility like it's second nature, and hides a soft side beneath a cold surface? Let's dive into the mind of Sylus and explore what psychology says about his personality. In psychology, one major personality model is the Big Five, which includes traits like conscientiousness, extroversion, and emotional stability. Sylus scores very high in conscientiousness. He's dependable, responsible, and serious about everything he does. He's the kind of character who always shows up when it matters, often taking the weight of the world on his shoulders. People like this are extremely goal-oriented and take pride in doing things the right way. But they also tend to put pressure on themselves to be perfect and rarely ask for help, which can lead to burnout or emotional isolation. Sylus is also clearly introverted. He doesn't open up easily or seek the spotlight. Instead, he observes quietly, speaks when he needs to, and values one-on-one connection over group interaction. Psychologists say introverts like Sylus often think deeply, prefer calm environments, and process emotions internally. That's why he may come off as cold at first, but in reality, he's just reserved. He needs time to trust. When he finally opens up, it means something. Another big part of Sylus's personality is his emotional control. He's calm under pressure, doesn't panic, and rarely lets emotions cloud his thinking. That's usually a strength. Psychologists call this emotional regulation, and it helps people handle stress, make smart decisions, and stay balanced in tough situations. But if someone like Sylus takes this too far, it turns into emotional suppression. Instead of expressing sadness, fear, or even love, they bury it deep down. Over time, this can lead to emotional numbness, or a feeling of being disconnected from others. Sylus also shows signs of what psychologists call an avoidant attachment style. This means that even though he cares deeply, he struggles with vulnerability and closeness. He may feel safer keeping some emotional distance. Avoidant types often have a strong fear of being hurt, so they hold back, even when they really want to connect. They're not heartless, they're just protecting themselves. When Sylus finally starts to trust the protagonist, it feels powerful, because it's such a big step for someone who usually keeps his guard up. Another thing that stands out about Sylus is his strong moral compass. He lives by a personal code and takes his responsibilities seriously. In psychology, this is often tied to something called moral identity, when a person's values and ethics are a core part of who they are. People like this don't just follow rules, they feel a deep emotional connection to doing what's right. For Sylus, failure doesn't just feel disappointing, it feels like personal guilt or shame. That might explain some of his emotional distance. He's trying to protect others, but maybe he's also punishing himself for something in his past. To sum it up, Sylus is a complex character with a deeply layered personality. He's highly conscientious, introverted, emotionally controlled, and likely has an avoidant attachment style. He also has a strong sense of morality that drives many of his actions. Psychology helps us understand that Sylus isn't distant because he doesn't care. It's because he cares too much and doesn't always know how to express it. Underneath all that armor is someone loyal, thoughtful, and deeply emotional. And that's what makes him so compelling. He's not the type to shout his love from the rooftops, but if he chooses you, it means he trusts you with a heart that very few people ever get to see. So, what do you think? Is Sylus secretly a softie, or will he always keep part of himself hidden? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the minds of your favorite characters.